another lesson on grammar, and we will learn certain aspects of grammar which will help you speak confidently, fluently. At the same time, they will also help you to pass competitive exams or prepare for competitive exams. Today we have two of our students with us. Let's talk to them. Hello.
Hello, ma'am.
What's your name?
My name is Mahendra, ma'am.
Okay, Mahendra, what are you doing?
I am preparing for competitive exams, ma'am.
Okay.
Uh, I don't know English grammar, ma'am.
Okay.
I would like to learn English grammar here.
Okay. That's why
That's
you
why I
have.
came here.
Okay, very nice. And what about you?
My name is Santosh.
Okay.
I hail from the Timmapur in Karimnagar district.
Oh.
So
Okay.
I hope to see myself as a government employee. I am
Okay.
preparing for competitive exams.
Very nice. So, how much confidence do you have?
I have no confidence, ma'am.
You have. Okay, very nice. So now, Santoshna, when you say I belong to the Thimappa, that place, now when you talk about a place, and because that place is a noun, for that place you should not use the. We don't use the for places. Similarly, Mahinder, when you are saying no, I have not the
Confident.
confident. So no, we have to make use of the noun confidence.
Why, ma'am? What is the difference between the confident and confidence?
Oh, okay. So when you are speaking, when you are writing, we have to take care of these parts of speech. So where to use adjective, where to use nouns. When we do like that, then the sentences are correct. Okay, I will give you some information about nouns today. So, nouns, we can say that nouns are naming words. Any name which you take, that will be a noun. For example, if I say India is a country, many languages are spoken here, and then India is a birthplace of great personalities like Swami Vivekananda, Mahatma Gandhi, Abdul Kalam, and tiger is our national animal, and peacock is our national bird. India is rich in iron and coal and granite. So, now I have made a few sentences. In these sentences, can you identify some names which I have taken?
India.
Okay. Yes, Mahinder, correct. India. Santosh, did you find any name which I took when I gave you some sentences?
Tiger.
Yes, tiger. Very nice. Hmm. What else?
Swami Vivekananda.
Yes, very nice. Swami Vivekananda.
Natural resources.
Yes, natural resources like
Like air,
like. No, in my speech I said India is rich in
coal,
coal.
granite.
Yes, granite. Okay, very nice. So then any name which we take is a noun and we call it naming words. So all these are nouns. If you look around yourselves also, everything is a noun. Santosh, what are you sitting on?
And chair.
What is that chair?
It's a noun.
It's a noun. Mahinder, what do you have in your hand?
Pen.
Pen. What is that?
It is a noun.
Very nice. So what is this?
Board.
Noun.
Board. What is that?
Noun.
Noun.
That is a noun. Very nice. So anything which you see around you, look around you, and it has a name, that name is a noun. And today we are talking about these nouns. These nouns can be divided into various categories. These nouns we can classify under various categories like proper noun, common noun, collective noun, material and abstract noun. Now, proper noun. When we say proper noun, they are names of specific people or persons. So, names of specific people, persons, and maybe rivers, mountains, etc. They come under proper noun. So, when we talk about name of people, what can we say, for example?
Abdul Kalam.
Abdul Kalam,
Vivekananda.
Vivekananda. Right. Alright, people or persons. Right. Santosh, when we want to say rivers, what can we say?
Ganga.
The Ganga,
The Godavari.
the Godavari.
Krishna.
Very nice. Krishna. When we say mountains, name of the mountains?
The Mount Everest.
Yes, the Mount Everest, like that. Okay. Now, when we say common noun is the name given to a group. It is name given to a group or to a race or to whole class of, could be animals or birds or people. All right. For example, if you see an animal, all right, which has two horns and four legs and a tail, and people worship that animal, and we keep it as a, like in our domestic animal, it gives us milk,
Cow.
right? It is
Cow.
a cow.
Cow.
Any animal which looks like that and does the same function, it is a cow. So because cow is a group, cow is a race, and then we have many here, so then cow is a common noun. But here when we say Abdul Kalam is only one, all right? The Ganga, the Godavari, they are one. That's why they are proper. But here because cows can be many, so then cow comes under common noun. Now if I say rose, what do you think? What noun is rose, proper or common?
Rose is a flower.
Yes, rose a
I
flower.
think it is a common noun, ma'am.
Right. Why do you think it's a common noun?
Because-
many roses.
Many roses. If I say think of a rose, you may think of a white rose, you may
Red
think
rose.
of a yellow rose, red rose.
Different
but
roses.
the different roses, very nice. But when we say Abdul Kalam, we think of only one person.
Single person.
A single person. So that's why the difference is this common and proper noun. They belong to a class, race or a group. Now when we say collective noun, then the common nouns we collect and we form a group here. So a group of common nouns. So then when we form a group of common nouns, we put them together, then they become collective noun. Okay, for example, I take a rose, a lily, a marigold, all right, a jasmine, and I put them all together. What does that make? If I take so many flowers and then I put them together, and what will we get? When you go to somebody's birthday, you present them
Bouquet.
something.
Bouquet.
What is that? Very
Bouquet.
nice. You present them a bouquet. All right, or we can also say a bunch. So this bouquet or a bunch of flowers, this bunch is a collective noun because we have so many common nouns in this collective noun. Now for example, we say Dhoni, Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, Sachin Tendulkar, all right, who are all these people?
Cricketers.
Cricketers, right? When all these cricketers are put together, what happens?
The team.
Right,
team.
they make a team.
Team.
So what is team? This team is a collective
Collective.
noun. Okay, so these collective nouns have common nouns, all right, like players. These players have names, which is a proper noun because Virat Kohli and Dhoni, all these are proper nouns. So proper nouns are very individuals. This is a race, the whole class, because there are many, and this is a group. And there are different kinds of collective nouns. So
Madam, Indian Army is a collective noun or
yes, army, of course. Okay, so when we say army, right, army is a collective noun because army has soldiers and these soldiers have names. So yes, of course, army is also a collective noun. It also comes under the category of collective noun. Now, when we say material, it means something which we use to make or manufacture something. So anything which we use to make or manufacture something, that comes under this material noun. For example,
shoes.
right, but what do you use to make shoes?
Like it is
Leather.
Rubber.
Rubber or leather.
Leather.
Very nice. So shoes is not a material noun. All right, what is shoes? Shoes are common nouns. Shoes are common nouns. We use maybe leather or we use canvas shoes. All right, so then this leather is a material noun. Okay, now you have a pen. What is that pen made of?
Made of ink, ma'am.
Not made of ink. What is used for making that pen? Okay, fine. You have a shirt. What is that shirt made of?
What I meant.
What material is used for making that shirt?
Cotton.
Right, Santosh?
Cotton.
Yes, cotton. So what is cotton? Cotton is a material noun. Fine? Right. So when we make windows, what do we make windows of?
Wood.
Wooden.
Wood. So right. So wood is a material noun. So all furniture we use wood, that is a material noun. So all these
I have
come.
heard, madam. Chair is also under it material noun. Chair.
Mahendra, what do you think? Chair.
Chair not a material noun, ma'am.
Yeah.
Plastic is a
Why,
material
madam?
noun.
Chair is an anything which you can sit on, has 4 legs and 2 armrests, it's a chair, it is a common noun. What you use to make that chair, plastic chair or iron chair or wooden chair. So what you will make use of to make this chair? This chair you will make out of maybe wood or plastic or steel or iron. So these are material, these are common nouns.
And there are different materials used in chair.
Yes.
So that's why it is a common, no?
No, not like that. Chair is a common noun. What is chair made of? That is common noun. What is shirt made of? Is it a polyester shirt, cotton shirt or a woolen shirt? So this wool, cotton, they are material nouns. Any raw product, any raw material which we use to make a product, that is a material noun. Otherwise, what we make out of that is a common noun. For example, no, sweater. Sweater is a common noun. What is sweater made of? Sweater is made of wool. So wool is a material noun. Then we come to these abstract nouns. These abstract nouns have no shape. Alright, they have no shape, they have no physical form. They have no shape, they have no physical form. You cannot see them, you cannot touch them. It is just a feeling or an emotion. So when we talk about such feelings and emotions, then we have to make use of this abstract noun. Like you were saying, no, confident. So then I said confidence. This confidence is a abstract noun. Does confidence have any shape?
No.
Does it have any form?
No.
Yes, see, marker has a shape. We can say it is cylindrical. The board has a shape, alright? And then it has a form. But then confidence has no form, no shape. Can you see confidence?
No.
Can you touch confidence? No. We can only feel, we can only have confidence. So then this confidence is an abstract noun. Can you think of any other word which has no shape,
Angry.
no form?
Madam, angry?
Right. Again, not angry. Angry is not the right word. It is anger. Anger. Anger is a noun form. So we have to say anger, not angry. Yes, anger.
Happiness.
Yes, happiness. We cannot see happiness, we cannot touch happiness, we can only feel happiness. So this happiness also comes under this abstract noun. This
Madam,
is
fear?
happiness,
Fear.
right? You can have fear. Fear also we cannot see and touch. So fear also is an abstract noun. So this is how we can classify the nouns.
No,
Now,
I have another doubt.
yes,
Timid.
yes.
It is under comes abstract, no?
No, timid, the word is right, like anger,
Ah.
but timid is adjective. You have to change that into noun to say timidity.
Timidity.
Timidity is the noun form. Yes, Mahinder, you have a doubt regarding this?
Ma'am, one more doubt, ma'am.
You were asking why? Why should we classify?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? You were asking why should we
What is the need of classifying the nouns into different
Oh,
categories?
okay. The need for this is because when we want to use verbs, when we want to use articles, then depending upon these classifications, we have to decide whether we can use articles for them, alright, or whether we can, what verb we can use for them, because here some may be singular, some may be plural. Depending upon that, we have to use verbs for them. Some may take article, some may not take article. When he used the native place name, he said the place is a proper noun. Proper nouns don't have articles. So for these small things, we have to know the type of the noun, and based on that, we can use the verbs, we can also use the articles. That's why you must have some broad idea about this classification. We need not go deep into grammar. So for complex exams, they will look only errors in articles or maybe errors in verbs. Otherwise, for spoken part also, then where to use adjectives, where to use nouns, if you learn that much, that should be more than enough.
I have doubt, madam. Material means gold, silver. it
Ah,
can
gold,
comes in
silver,
material.
yes. With gold, silver, we make bracelet, we make earrings, we make chains. All these are common nouns. All right? Yes.
Gold and silver are material nouns,
Yes.
whereas ornaments are common nouns.
Right.
Madam, ornaments means like
Ornaments means jewelry.
jewelry.
After this, the other category of nouns we can say is countable and uncountable. Countable means those which we can count. For example, 1, 2, 3. Alright. Uncountable means which we cannot count. So for example, when we want to say 1, we can say 1 bag, 2 books, alright, 3 pages. So then they become countable because we can count them with the help of number. Here this is uncountable. Uncountable we cannot count because we cannot say 1, 2, 3 in such case. We have gases, liquids, material and mass. So for uncountable, broadly we can have this category. So gases, for example, any gas, name of any gas.
Oxygen.
Right, oxygen. Now oxygen is uncountable. Alright, we cannot say 1 oxygen or 2 oxygen.
But
Any liquid, you were saying, you were talking about a liquid.
Milk.
Yes, you said milk, right. So 1 milk, 2 milk, we cannot say. Any liquid. So milk, water, tea, coffee, all these come under liquid.
but ma'am, we count it as 1
Yeah,
liter milk, 2
right.
liter
So
milk.
when you want to count this, you have to take again the help of countable. 1 liter, alright, 1 liter milk, a glass of or a bottle of water. How many bottles? 1.
One bottle.
So one bottle of water, but water as such we cannot count. Okay, material, just now we were talking about gold, silver. Okay, now because the next category you said gold, silver. So this gold, silver also a material, they are uncountable. And mass,
Rice.
right, very nice. Mass in the sense of rice and
Sugar.
sugar and flour. Flour, do you understand? Flour
No.
with which we make chapatis and puris.
Yes.
Oh.
Alright, so that is called the flour. So all these come under uncountable nouns. We can count those, we cannot count these. So they can take articles, but then these cannot take articles. Alright.
Ma'am, can we count the abstract nouns, ma'am?
No, you cannot count. You cannot also count. They have no form, they have no shape. So there's no way how we can count. Can you say I have 1 information?
No.
Right? Can you say I have 2 confidence?
No.
Right. So then confidence and all this we cannot count because they are uncountable. Now, another important aspect of these noun is singular and plural. So then this knowledge of singular and plural helps us to decide whether we have to use article, whether we have to use verbs. So then we must know whether the nouns are singular or plural. A very common way of changing a noun from singular to plural is by adding s. Can you give some example?
Pen.
Alright, if we say pen, then this
Pens.
becomes
Pens.
pens. Alright, the other one is by
Pencil.
adding, the other one is by adding es. Now can you think of any word which the plural is with the help of es?
Choice. Choices.
Okay, alright, so here commonly if we have s, double s, ch and x, so then these categories we change with the help of es. Any words which end like this? Okay, this is one extra thing. So can you give any example from here? For example, box.
Box.
Box then becomes
Boxes.
boxes, right? Then
Dish.
dish,
Dishes.
Dish.
dishes. Okay, then bunch,
Bunches.
bunches, like that. Now, then the other one is if we have f or fe, if the singular form is with f and fe. For example, knife. So now this has to go and we have to add ves and then we can make it into
Plural.
plural. And what will be the spelling?
Knives.
K-N-I-V-E-S. This f and fe disappear and then we add this ves.
Madam, I have life, madam. Life.
Lives, yes,
Lives.
same. Anything which is like this will be like that. Now again, if this is o, if any singular has o, then we can simply add one s. For example, mango. No, then we have to add es. Mango.
Mangoes.
So mango also takes mangoes. But then every rule has some exceptions. When we say photo, now photo has also o. What is the plural of photo?
Photos.
Then we don't say
Yes.
es, then we simply say photos, P-O-T-H-O-S, and it is like that. So commonly the rules are there. Everywhere there are exceptions. So when you read, then you must read carefully with concentration to see how the singulars and how the plurals are made. We have some exception also. When this is there, then oxen is the plural. Okay. So when it is child, then it is children. Many commonly you hear people say children's, but that is very wrong. We should not say children's because child is singular and children is plural.
Madam, peoples.
People by itself is plural. Okay, so person and peoples, we should not say peoples. Now the other aspect of this noun is this gender. In gender we have feminine, we have masculine, and we have neuter. When we say feminine gender, then we want to say that, can you give some examples of feminine gender?
Woman.
Mother,
Mother.
woman, very nice. Masculine,
Man.
man, father, brother,
Brother.
boy. Now neuter gender we use for non-living things. Any non-living thing, then it is a neuter
Neuter.
gender. For example, any
Sun.
non-living thing,
Chair, madam.
chair, table,
Table.
all these come under this neuter
Neuter.
gender. Okay.
Madam, book, madam. Note. That
Book
is-
also is a, all non-living things are neuter
Yeah.
gender. But sometime child and parent, child, parent and any animal can also be treated as a neuter gender. They can also come under neuter gender. So then noun, you must know types of nouns, and then singular and plural nouns, and then gender in nouns and countable and uncountable nouns. If you have that information, then based on that, when you're writing exam or when you're speaking, you will not make errors in articles, you will not make errors in verbs, and then you will know what is the right verb which you have to use. Okay.
You said confident is not noun.
Yes.
Confidence is noun.
Yes.
How can we classify and how can we identify the nouns?
Right. For that, this is this formation of nouns. We have to understand this formation of nouns. If we understand this formation of nouns, we will know which part of speech a word belongs to. Then commonly, these are the suffixes through which we can identify noun. Now you were talking about confidence. Confidence, spell it CONFIDENCE. So any word which has ENCE at the end, that means that is a noun. Similarly, if it is ANCE also, for example, allow,
Allowance.
allowance, right? So allow is a verb, you add this ANCE, it becomes a noun. So let's start here. To any word, any action you add ER, it becomes the person. For example, write, a person who writes,
Writer.
writer is a noun. A person who acts,
Actor.
actor is a noun. Similarly, TION, so TION,
Information.
right, information, inform and information. IST,
Journalist.
IST,
Journalist, madam.
all right, journal and journalist, correct. Communist, journalist, these
Buddhist.
are Buddhist, these are nouns. MENT,
Comment.
comment, yes. Now develop and
Development.
ment.
Madam,
So
agreement.
agree and ment. So develop, agree, these are verbs. We are adding MENT, making them into nouns. Similarly, NESS, like you said, happy.
Happiness.
Happy is adjective. To add that NESS, it becomes happiness.
Happiness.
So
Kindness.
all this kind. So from adjectives, from verbs, we add these and change them into nouns. ITY,
Humanity.
humanity, yes, safety,
Humidity.
security, humidity, right, all these are nouns. Hood,
Brotherhood.
brotherhood,
Motherhood.
childhood, very nice. Ship,
Partnership.
partnership,
Friendship.
friendship, fellowship,
Fellowship.
scholarship. Then ISM,
Journalism.
journalism, what you must have when you want to learn something, you must have a lot of
Enthusiasm.
enthusiasm, and this we have done. So with this also we understand, and then we can make use of the nouns. Now whatever we have learnt about nouns, let us quickly check and see if you can do some of these. Now the first 5 sentences, each one has some error. Can you point that out? The first one is, the teacher gave us a homework. So what is wrong there? The teacher gave us a homework.
A, madam.
Alright,
Before
why?
homework A.
Yes, why?
It is a article not used in before the homework because homework is a noun.
Right, homework is what noun? Uncountable
Uncountable
noun, right? Because it is uncountable noun. Uncountable nouns, no articles. Second one, your advices are very helpful.
Advice.
Okay, yes. In English, advice has no
No
plural.
plural.
No plural.
Advice is only advice. So when the noun is singular, what happens to verb?
Is.
Is.
Right. So the
Changes
verb
singular.
also becomes singular. So your advice is very helpful. Now, sheeps are economically useful. What's the problem here?
Sheep.
Yes, no sheeps. Sheep is only sheep, but here the verb will not change. Whether one sheep or a flock of sheep, sheep is singular, plural, it is only one. So sheep are, fish are. So sheep, fish, nose, they have no plural. Next one, my brother-in-laws are lawyers. What's the error here?
Brothers in
My
laws.
brothers.
Yes, very nice. Commonly, you make this error. We use this S here, brother-in-laws, but it is not here. We have to use here, brothers-in-law. And the last one, my cousin sister is leaving for Australia.
Cousin,
cousin.
sister
Cousin
is
sister,
not only cousin.
right here. So you should not have my cousin brother or my cousin sister. No, cousin is a cousin. He is my cousin or she is my cousin. We should not say sister or brother. Now here, can you choose the right word from the bracket to fill in these blanks?
Yes.
They are happy with their successful or success.
Success.
They are happy
Success.
with their success.
Success.
Right. So their success. English has a lot of
Importance.
importance. Noun kada A-N-C-E. So we have to use English has a lot of importance. Then three men were arrested.
3 men.
Right, because this is plural
Indicating number.
and MEN is the plural form, MAN is a singular form. So here we have to write 3 men were arrested. Then a table has 4,
Legs.
4 plural. So when this is plural, we have to go with
Legs.
the
Legs.
plural noun, which is legs. And the last one, usually nurses are.
Women.
This one, that one.
Second one.
Yes,
Woman.
this is the second one. This kind of plural is wrong. No man's, no woman's. We only say usually nurses are women. MEN and MEN, they indicate the plural. AN, they indicate singular.
But I have doubt, madam. Fifth one, my cousin. Cousin mean it is sister-in-law or brother-in-law, anything.
Cousin, no, cousin is not. What do you mean by brother-in-law, sister-in-law? Cousin means your brother, sisters, right? When they have children and you have children, so these children become cousins. Like your father, your father's brothers, your father's sister, and all of you are children. So all of you are cousins among yourselves. All right. So this is some information about noun. If you want more information, whenever you are reading, concentrate on the nouns, try to learn the verbs.